Went down to Pensacola, went through aviation indoctrination, AI. Then I went to Corpus through primary and intermediate flight training. I got helicopters, was on my way back to Pensacola to start advanced pipeline for helicopter training, and I realized I wanted to be a comedian. I did. And I said, well, shit, because if I finish flight school, they're going to pin the wings on me. And when they pin those wings on me, they own me for 8 years contractually. Now, I did the math. I was 24 at the time. If I pinned those wings on, I'd be 32 when I got
thereabouts, yeah.
Or thereabouts. I was like, well, shit. And then I'll be a senior captain, maybe a junior major. I will have been in for 11 years. Chances are I won't get out. This will be my life. And it's a fine life, but I wanted to try comedy and acting. I wanted it. I had to try it because not trying it would kill me. Trying it and failing, I could live with.
Right.
But not trying, I think, would have haunted me. So I said, I can't do it. I went to my CO and I said, I don't want to fly anymore.
Oh, and they love when they know they've wasted money on you.
My CO was not happy about it. So he
they really mind fuck you so much. Like if you're flying like F-14s, like they never say like when you crash, hey, we hope you live. They're like, if you crash, that's $600 million of United States money you just wasted.
Yeah.
And they get that in your head so much that you're just flying this product. Like, so when you had to tap out, you knew you were going to get a reaming. Like, you know how much time and effort we put into you?
Oh, yeah.
And what was your rank at that time?
I was a second lieutenant.
So I'm surprised you ascended to lieutenant colonel having broken their hearts.
Well, that's because when I got my new job, I did pretty well at it.
And you were a good...
And I was a good officer. I mean, it tends to help.
And it's good for the Corps for a guy like Rob Riggle to be on the Daily Show. You've earned.
They generally don't care about it. That's the beautiful thing about working for Uncle Sam. They don't care. You're literally like, who? What's his social security number? Send him.
What is he, a mailman?
Exactly.
Same thing to me.
It means nothing to
That's
them.
a federal job.
It means nothing. Unless I was...
Big shout out to all our letter carriers out there.
A-list, if I was like Brad Pitt or some A-lister, then they might take notice. Anything short of that, they're like, I don't care if you're on the Captain Kangaroo zippity doodah. Captain Kangaroo, a Marine, by the way.
Great.
True
Jimmy
story.
Stewart?
Oh, a bunch of people. Not Jimmy Stewart, though.
He was
Lee Barvin, Marine.
But Jimmy Stewart, I think, is the most
Harvey
decorated.
Keitel, Marine.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck was Joe thinking? You get an ROTC kid out of college telling me to take a goddamn L. It was like a shooting gallery.
Actually, Harvey served in Lebanon in 1958.
You call me sergeant. I work for a living. Bam.
That's it.
Bam. Who's going to be okay? Put down the goddamn cluster bomb and walk away. People you've worked with.
Yeah.
Actors, comic.
Yeah.
I'm not fishing. Take me out of this.
Yeah.
Because that would be a disaster. You got a foxhole. You could fill it with like 4 guys. Sorry, 4 guys. Guys that you've worked with.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Will's out.
Are we talking about like real guys, actors that I would take to war?
Actors, like in your foxhole, you can only pick from the actor pool that you've worked with.
You can't let me take you out of that mix, man.
Oh, okay. I was just taking you off the hook.
I would definitely put you in that mix.
Really?
For sure.
I never would have thought, because I never stopped running my mouth. They would find us. They'd be like, "Balagadada."
We'd have to work on your discipline, your noise
check
discipline.
This out. But if Tim Tebow can figure out how to play safety, it's the best. Oh God! Incoming! Shut up, JJ. I always joke on a movie set when you get like an AD and a director, and when you're at base camp, like, "Where's Riggle? Bring it, it's Robert." I go, "That's why we lost Vietnam. Guys like you on the walkie-talkies in the jungle didn't know how to fucking whisper. Everyone's wearing an earpiece, and you're screaming into a walkie-talkie in a parking lot." Yeah, I got him right now. I'm going to send him to you right now. Yeah, I don't know why we lost Vietnam.
I would take you. For
why
sure.
me? Now I'm fascinated. Now I'm taking the bait.
Why you? What are you talking about?
I never would have thought I would have made this list. And I'm not bullshitting you at all.
Okay, well...
Not to turn this into a Mark Maron.
No.
What about me do you like about me?
No, honestly, I would take you because I think you know how to fight. I definitely know you know how to wrestle. You know how to fight. You're not afraid to fight. And if we're talking about us in our, war days, we're back in, 20-something, you could handle it.
I like that. And I don't shy away from hard work.
Exactly.
Dig those Ranger graves, boy. Gonna be long. All right.
So that's why I would definitely put you on that list.
Wow.
Now, but the question is, I generally don't know who else I would put on that list. Fuck.
Who from the goods?
I put Channing Tatum on that list.
Nah, all right, I like this.
I put Channing Tatum on that list.
This. I have such a boner in this fucking foxhole right now. Riggle and Tatum and me, just so scared holding
I'd
each
definitely
other
put him on.
by the dawn's early light.
He's tough. He's a tough guy. He's funny. He's good to go. He's
My wife hit
disciplined.
me to this. No one has better bodies than dancers.
Yeah.
You could take your UFC fighters and
Well, you go to Broadway. Anytime you go to Broadway and you see a show on Broadway, I'm always like, constantly hard. Because I'm like, look. I mean, the other I'm like, they're all so goddamn sexy.
Who's in the goods? Directed by Neil Brennan, correct?
Neil did a great job.
Mohr Stories veteran?
Is he? He's good. Yeah, he's great.
Not Piven.
No. I might take Keckner.
I would take Keckner.
I might take Keckner.
Keckner's a no nonsense. He's a real.
He knows when to play, and he also knows when to get real. So I'd take Keckner too.
All right, so
I think
you, Channing Tatum, and Keckner.
I think that's who I'd take.
So
I feel
happy.
good with that team. Actually,
we need somebody to on Twitter at Rob Riggle at JMohr37. We need a photo of us in a foxhole, and you will be so celebrated. You were on Saturday Night Live for 1 year.
Yeah.
Is it like Keckner where they go, because after 2 years with me, they go, you know what? We don't know if we want you back yet. Wait a month. Like and then they did that until like almost September to me.
Yeah, they played the game with me a little bit. They stretched it into August. And then they said, yeah, we're not going to extend Rob's contract, but thanks so much.
That news was devastating to you?
Yeah,
or
it was at
also,
the time.
It wasn't also like, isn't it weird? Like it's also sort of a relief?
I got to be totally honest. I was really sad for about a day or two. And then I was excited because I was like, I get to go out and do something else. And I had to go do something else. You know, I had a wife and a daughter. You know, it's not like I could just say, oh, well, I guess I quit.
You've been happily married a long time.
Oh, yeah.
How long have you been married?
13 years.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Like she's nice, man.
Yeah.
I met her on the set.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's a good lady.
You're like the John Cougar Mellencamp of comics. You were born in a small town. You just might die in a small town. And I got to tell you, as a Kansas boy, yeah, she's small town. When you were when we were on set, you would tell me about Kansas, and I'd be like, all right, whatever, you know, I guess. Rock Chalk Jayhawk, and I knew enough about like Mark Mangino,
yeah,
and like Kansas
but
basketball.
You're dialed in on all your sports.
But I drove home from the All-Star game. I rented a car and I drove from Kansas City home. I drove 12 hours to Grand Junction, Colorado, loved it, and then 12 hours from the next day home.
Did you really?
I got to tell you, July 9th, driving through Kansas on a summer day.
Yeah.
One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about amber waves of grain.
Western Kansas is that.
You're going, I get it.
Yeah.
I completely get it.
And the big sky.
Yeah.
And
big
signs, horizon to horizon. Just
signs
sky.
that say, home of Bob Dole and Arlen Specter. And I'm like, where's the sign for Riggle? Man, that's bullshit.
They got Eisenhower, and they got maybe one or two astronauts somewhere sprinkled across the state. Nothing for Riggle.
Dole and Specter.
Nothing. Dole.
I didn't even see Eisenhower stuff.
Oh, yeah. They got
in Colorado, they got that Eisenhower tunnel.
Yeah.
Going one way, and I think it's the Johnson tunnel coming the other way. Like, they didn't even give the guy the whole tunnel.
Give him the whole tunnel. Give him the whole tunnel.
He's a president.
Yeah, 8 years president. Give him the tunnel.
West Lane. Give him the West Lane.
Give him that eastbound traffic, you motherfuckers. Come on.
No, that's Johnson's. Johnson gets it. That's what I like about Texas. They're like, this is George Bush's highway.
Yeah.
You can go fuck yourself. Senior or junior, don't get smart. Herbert Walker, you read the sign. You know, did you know I wanted,
suck it.
Yeah. Did you know I wanted to be a Marine when I was a kid? On my app. And
yeah, you told me about this.
On career day, they said, what do you want to be? And I wrote down pro wrestler or Marine.
Damn.
And then I realized I was wrestling at the time. I was a freshman. So I weighed in at 105 pounds. And I realized when I was a junior at 129, probably not going to be a pro wrestler because they're about 250.
Yeah, easy.
And I knew I wasn't going to be some like minor league wrestler.
Yeah.
There wasn't any.
Did you ever think about doing like the manager part of it where you walk around like...
I realized I might have to be Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, or Classy Freddie Blassie.
Jimmy Hart, where you get the flashy suits and the goatee and the
Oh,
sunglasses.
my daddy's on the brother.
And the pretty girl, you go,
Yeah.
let me explain how this is going to go down.
Yeah, you see, I'm glad Captain Lou Albano, like a skinny Captain Lou, Captain J Albanese. I had it all figured out.
That would be awesome.
And then I remember the Marine guys coming to school on career day, and the wrestlers, we all just kind of sat. You really are like this lone wolf. Like, there's no group where you fit in, because after school you run miles and miles, and like, that's not normal for a 14-year-older.
In the winter.
Yeah, it's
in the winter. So you're usually running in the hallways of the school.
Yes.
And spitting that cold loogie stuff in the corners.
And you're really like fighting.
Yeah.
And it's just not, you go to basketball practice to walk out into the park, and you're like, we were forbidden for touching basketballs. You would have to jump rope until you fucking puked if a wrestling coach saw you shooting hoops, playing in your driveway, because guys would always leave to join the basketball team. Because basketball practice, you play basketball.
Yeah.
Play being the operative word.
Yeah. You didn't get your adrenaline going because you knew a fight was coming.
It's not like, holy shit, I can't breathe, and it's only 2 minutes in or 1 minute in.
I'm getting a crossbar across my face,
Yeah.
shoved into the mat and burns on. Oh yeah.
John McCormick's got pink eye. Now we're all gonna get it. Who's the new guy? Yeah. So I remember
But you wanted to wrestle. I ended up in wrestling. I had a 3-year high school, so we went sophomore to high school. We went
Fame.
It was junior high was 7, 8, 9, and high school was 10, 11, 12.
That's so Kansas.
It is so Kansas. But my sophomore year, I was returning a kickoff, last football game of the season. Broke my thumb.
What year? No, what year were in high school?
Sophomore.
Okay, go ahead. I'm
Sophomore.
sorry. So your sophomore year.
I'm returning a kickoff, break my thumb. It's the last game of the year. Just broke it back. So I had to get a cast and everything. So I couldn't try out for basketball. But the rule in our school was, if you want to play football, you got to be a 3-sport per year. You got to play one in the fall, one in the winter, and one in the spring. That's the rules. But I was like, I can't try out for basketball.
What if I just want to play baseball?
And they go, well, now you're a wrestler. I was
But
like,
did they do that with all sports or just football?
just football.
That's really strange.
Yeah.
What was the high school? You want to give a shout out?
It was Shawnee Mission South High School.
Shawnee?
Shawnee Mission South.
All right.
That's where when I was a freshman at the junior high that fed into the high school, Rodney Pete was the quarterback.
Shawnee Mission South, big ups. What's up? Maximum respect to Shawnee Mission South. No respect to Shawnee Mission North. Boy, I can shot.
Or west, or east.
Yeah,
or
no,
northwest.
South is where it's at.
Or Lawrence.
So you had to
or
wrestle.
Leavenworth. Anyway, so I had to wrestle. They said, well, now you're a wrestler.
Do you like
so I was like, I've never wrestled before in my life.
We'll teach
so
you.
I went down and I wrestled, and I was a sophomore, and I had my wrestling JV. I wrestled in the 132 or 135 class, and my record at the end of the year was 3-15. I got murdered, and I mean murdered.
That's
every
weird about wrestling. Like
time.
I'm going. Well,
I actually
hey,
went
first
out.
time
I
was
actually would
great.
love to. I think I might have told you this. I actually went out to wrestle a guy one time, and he was so jacked that I swear to you, right in front of the other wrestler, I turned to the ref and I go, I think there's been a mistake. I actually said that, and he goes, what are you talking about? I go, I'm not in his weight class. And he goes, yeah. He goes, what's your name? He goes, Reynolds. What's your name? I go, Riggle. He goes, yep, you're in the right spot. Ready? Wrestle. I was like, ah! I was like a girl. And she chased me and almost had to tackle me as I was running. And he got me down and just mauled me. Like
You were a human accordion.
Oh, it was pathetic. I just kind of, like a bear attack. I just laid there like I was dead. And so just pinned me. Get it over with.
Don't you know from watching Bugs Bunny, if you want someone to stop attacking you, you have to act gay and do their hair. Oh my.
Exactly.
If an interesting 129-pounder can have an interesting haircut, rinse please. I wrestled, and I remember when the Marine recruiters came to the school on career day, like, let's break it down for you guys. I remember all the wrestlers going, that sounds awesome. And the GP going like, whoa, these guys are intense. And the wrestlers going, but you get to eat? Wait, you get to shoot shit?
Yeah, and eat?
Oh, man.
3 meals a day, right?
Right up my alley.
And a bed?
I'm up early anyway.
And clothes?
Yeah, this is nice.
Where do I sign?
I don't have to wear a singlet. I went down to the Marine recruiting. This is my plan. And fuck it. I'm going to go down and I'm going to join the Marines. Because if I join, I'm not going to go to college. So I'm a dope. And if I join, maybe they'll like be nicer. Like this is how dumb I was. Because if I get drafted, they can put me anywhere I want. Anyway, sorry. If I get drafted, they'll just put me anywhere they want. if I volunteer,
Yeah.
I'll have some say in this.
Yeah.
Not realizing it's 1986. There's not, son, there ain't no draft no more. You mean there was one?
The guys in the motor club call you the cruiser, man.
Yeah, they should have called him the dork. Son, there ain't no draft no more. There was one? So I say, fuck it. Tomorrow, I'm going down to Montclair, New Jersey, Bloomfield Avenue.
Yeah.
I'm going into that Marine Recruiting Center. I'm signing up. I'm sticking up my parents' rear ends. Because it's bad. I was a bad student, always getting kicked out of class for yapping.
Yeah.